The time has finally come. In today's Clash Royale video, we will take a look at the new Clash Royale Evolution update. I will tell you guys how this card evolution will work in-game and also how to unlock them in Clash Royale and which level you need to be. If you guys don't want to miss any future sneak peek videos, I can tell you guys this is just the first part. In the next couple of days, there will be every single day at the same time a new sneak peek about the different card evolution gameplay and also some extra information. So make sure to subscribe, make sure to let me know in the comment section what your feedback is, and also use code Mountain to support me even more. And I would say let's jump into that, and I'm gonna explain you how card evolution will work. So guys, now let's take a closer look at the evolution charts. How do they work? So first of all, they're like the normal evolution charts, which you can unlock a card evolution by collecting 6 evolution charts. So you need 6 of them. You use it on a card you want to have the evolution on, and this is like kind of works. But also sometimes, I mean, like most of, or like all the time, right, there's like a Barbarian card evolution chart, or like evolution chart of the Barbarian, evolution chart of the Skeleton example. You can find them in the past Royale, in the season shop, and challenge and shop offers Path of Legends level up chests after King level 50. Every second level chest up will contain a shard. So this is kind of how to collect this type of shards. And also what they're saying is if you collect Evo shards for an unlocked evolution, extra stuff, Evo shards of the card will be converted into number of cards of the base card based off rarity. If the card is at level 14 or elite level, this will overflow to elite wildcards based on elite wildcard conversion rules. So basically, every time you're playing a challenge, every time you're like getting something about shop offers, pastoral, seed shop, like with all other stuff, like currently the season tokens. This is, I would say, is like a really good stuff you can kind of compare. You get this evolution charts out there, and this is really great because you need just 6 of them to unlock to get the card evolution. Yeah, to unlock basically to a card evolution. So you need 6 of them to spam them on the skeletons. At example, you have like the first one and the second one, the third one, fourth one, and it just unlocks evolution at 6. So this is kind of what you need to grind for, right? If you're like 5 from 6, it doesn't do anything, but if you got 6 for 6, you get this absolutely crazy card evolution. And as I said, today we're talking about the Barbarian later. But as I was saying earlier, there's also gonna be the wild shard. The wild shards, which is like the new magic item coming into Clash Royale. A magic item allows you to fill up 1 Evo shard for a card of your own choosing. So used to add 1 evolution shard to any card evolution, which is really huge, which can be really huge. It can be even used to unlock the first Evo shard for any card of evolutions. Cap 1 will not overflow, but it rather behaves like banner tokens. Paid ones overflow, free ones need to be used before you claim more. So this is kind of like if you like want to collect them, you need to use them before because the maximum is 1. Available from shop and season shop 5 to 10k tokens. So you can buy them in the season shop, like with grinding all the challenges, or you're just gonna buy them in the shop. Shard economy, standard season, 1 new evolution available from past Royale each season. All the shards available from season shop each season, starting with just 1 shard and scrolling as kind of all the time. Unlocking evolution through these will require a lot of grind. 1 wild shard is available from the season shop each month. They will be quick to earn. One random Evo shard for locked evolution every 2 level up chests starting from King level 15. And also what Supercell is kind of saying here, like with really huge stuff. At launch, the June 19, when the Clash Royale update is coming, we have a casual event challenge in the game, which award enough wild shards to unlock one of the initial Evos over a 2-week period. So this kind of allows you to get 1 evolution on 1 card. There will also be shop offers that allow you to unlock the evolutions directly. So if you guys really want to pay, I can tell you it's worth it. But as I said, if not, you can just grind. Free to play wise, this type of stuff, as I said earlier, the normal evolution shards will be unlockable on Pass Royale, season shop challenges, shop offers, Path of Legends, and level up chests. I was mentioning it earlier, but the evolution slot will always be on the left side. To be able to use a card evolution in your deck, you need to place a card that has the evolution unlocked into the evolution slot in your deck. If you place any other slot in your deck, the card functions as normal and evolution will not appear. So this is kind of what I'm going to show, guys, right? So if I'm like using my barbarians, like gonna move them out. Can I move them out? I think I'm just gonna go for the E-Spirit here, and now I'm just gonna go for the Barbarian here. I'm just gonna use them on the Fire Spirit spot example. This will be kind of the problem. Also, Supercell says me tap and hold the drag card to the evolution slot. So you always have to use the card which has the card evolution in the evolution spot, because also sometimes, like if there are like 2 cards, which will be the case when update drops, there will be like more cards which have a card evolution. You kind of want to decide, okay, do I want to have, like, at example, the skeleton card as a card evolution or the barbarians? And if you're saying, okay, I want the barbarian as a card evolution, you need to drag this card, put it there, and then you will get the card evolution in game. So guys, the question is, when will you be able to unlock card evolution? Evolution slot will be unlocked based on your king level, first slot, king level 7, and you're gonna ask what means first slot. There will be later in the game and later stages, they're saying additional evolution slot re-released to later stages. Maybe in 1 year we got more evolution slots, but it kind of depends like how it does. So kind of let me feedback in the comment section on like the first couple of stuff here, but you will be able to see the king level level 7. So king level 7. So really early, and I feel like every one of you should be able to play this type of stuff, which I think is important. It's the gameplay difference. It will be the biggest gameplay difference since they included champion, since they published champions in Clash Royale. But this time everyone will be able to play them and use them in the game. Also some other small informations, evolution slots in different game modes, 2v2 and dual decks, players can use evolutions with their own evolution slots. Seasonal events, for modes that use the player's collection, players can use evolutions. For modes that use event deck, we will define a number of evo slots and evolutions available. Event challenges. For modes that use the player's collection, players can use evolutions with their own evolution slots. For modes that use an event deck, we will define a number of evo slots and evolutions available. And Classic Grand Challenge will not have card evolutions available by default. We might unlock them in some events. So far, so this is like really interesting. I didn't know that. I just saw it right now. In Classic Challenge and Grand Challenge, there won't be card evolutions, so it will be just on ladder mainly. So guys, let's talk a bit about the battle function. We will like take a deeper look when we're like going in game, but we're kind of like a first impression will be if you go into battle with a card evolution, one of your evolution slots, you will notice Dark Elixir drops appears on the top of your card behind. It doesn't really look like Dark Elixir. I would say more looks like a diamond, I would say, over that. And the amount of these drops show how many times you need to play the card cycle before you're able to play the evolution. This is kind of what I was saying, right? The Barbarians example, which is like today's main card we're taking a look at. The next couple of days there will be other cards, which will be getting a card evolution. You just need to cycle a Barbarian once, and then you get a card evolution, and then you need to cycle them again. Once you have played the card enough times, you will see that all the Dark Elixir drops have been filled and the card evolution is activated. Next time you will play the card, you will play the evolution. Once the evolution has been played, the card will return back to its default state. You can start a cycle again. The opponent will be able to see an icon above your deployed card whenever you play a card that earns Dark Elixir. So you're kind of technically seeing it like the card looks really, really different than the normal Barbarian cards. So you're kind of always noticing. It's also the strategy behind that. You kind of see, okay, does the opponent has now the card evolutions ready or not? This will be like changing a lot because I will talk about it later, but the Barbarians, they will get like one huge change, one really huge change, which is changing a ton of interaction, and you really need to keep track of the opponent's cycle. So guys, the first card we're taking a look today and also deeper gameplay will be about the Barbarians. As you guys can see here, the card Barbarians, it will be each hit they deal makes them angry, not rage. So there will be a big difference. Each hit increases their hit speed, movement speed. So the hit and movement speed gets like faster. Angel can stack. So this is like the main difference between rage. That's always also why they're saying that. So it can be or like you can stack this one. If you're like using a lumberjack, it drops the rage. And you're using a rage on top of the lumberjack rage, it doesn't stack. And also you need one card to cycle. So as you guys can see here, this is like a normal one, this is the evolution one. So if you're using your Wolf Barbarians, every time they attack, they get stacked, and you need to cycle them once, as I was saying earlier. This is like kind of how it works. And also really important to know, this is the main key difference. Look at the stats, guys. They have more HP than the normal Barbarians and also more damage. The damage isn't really too important, but the hit points, they don't die from Fireball. So at example, you're playing an RG Fireball deck. You're going for that RG at the bridge using a Fireball on the normal Barbarians. Completely fine, right? But you can never afford to go Royale in the bridge when your opponent is the card evolution, the evolution barbs on the map, because Fireball won't be enough to finish them off. You will have a really huge minus elixir trade. But at the same time, they work really similar than the normal barbs, right? It will be mainly still a defensive card. And as you kind of remember, every time they hit, they make them angry, or that they will be angry. So it's also like a defensive card, and you want to use them on opponent's troops to kind of get the maximum value. But on opponent's tower, it's not really too great. It's not really too great, but of course sometimes like on defense and then get the counter push is really great. And I would say it's time we jump into some gameplay, and I kind of give you like some strategy tips about the new card evolution, the first one, which we're covering today, the Barbarians. So guys, we're diving jump into the game here against Backspin and the card Evolution Barbarians there. Like my first impression was that this card isn't really too great, but then I saw like the difference in like the kind of the stats wise that Fireball won't be able to kill them. So I think it's really good, but at the same time I wouldn't say they're broken. I wouldn't say the Evolution Barbs are broken, in my opinion at least. So I'm using my Skelly King here in the back, and now, as you guys can see, this is kind of what gives you an opening, right? This will add so much strategy to the game. You guys want to just cycle the Barbarians for no reason to get Evolution Barbs in your hand and use them next up with the next up maybe on top of the win condition, like an Electro Giant, like a Golem, on troops like Giant, or you feel like it's like still like 5 elixir commitment, you kinda don't really want to do it. This is like the difference, or like the stuff you are able to see. So as you guys can see right now here on the bottom, now the card evolutions available, now I can use them. So of course, don't really take a look at this type of decks. They're just like random decks. We just want to have fun and kind of see how it works. But also when the guys like the update is dropping, of course, I will show you guys the best decks for every single card evolution, and it will be absolutely fantastic. So this is kind of how it looks, right? So when the evolution barbs are targeting a troop, they get waged for not really too long, not for such a long time, but like a bit. So now they're like going on top of my line. I'm just using my own evolution barbs, and this is kind of like how they're attacking. So of course really helpful the heal spirit here, and now we got a great offense here, and I think he just decides to lock them. So he's gonna lock them, and Lock does a pretty good job. Also look like, let's see like, or you kind of gonna see how the dark elixir is kind of like popping out there. But the normal barb does like 200 damage on the tower with a normal shot without like getting targeted by a tube, and this is like what does damage there. So it's all about troops, not about towers. So this is like, I don't know, like let me know what you guys think about the card evolution Barbarians. You guys think they're really strong? Do you think they're really weak? As I said, they can be really OP on defense. I also think like about like which type of meta will be evolving. Why do I hit my glasses there? But against troops like Giant, Elixir Golem, and so on, they will be really strong in the card evolution. But also that's the strategy added to the game. I love that. I'm also personally a bigger fan of champions when they came out, but the problem was it was like just about level 14. So just a small percentage of all of us could have played this type of cards, but this will be different after the update. Everyone can play this type of cards in the game. As long as you're level 7, you're gonna be part of that. First of all, of course, you need to unlock them first, but this is like a fair chance to everyone. So I think this is really good. So as you guys can see, once again, the same cycle. I need to use the normal barbs first, and when I'm using this, I'm just gonna cycle back to another barbs. And also, if you like have the card evolution barbs on the evolution barbs on the map, that's like kind of what I want to show, right? So they're not dying to fireball. If you have the evolution barbs on the map, you can still play them the normal barbs, and also the same way. As you guys can see here, I have still barbs on the map, but I can also now play the evolution barbs. So I'm just gonna use my prince here. But it's kind of gameplay, right? So it's not really like too much. I wouldn't say it's like too broken, but I think it can be like decent in some situations. But this is also what I really want to see. I want them to be viable, I want them to be strong, but not like too broken, because as I said, they will start bringing out just like few card evolutions first, and this kind of means, right, like if they like do it with too many stuff, like they would be too broken if like just like every single deck would have to contain this type of stuff and would just break the game. But as you guys can see here, looks like the Barbarian power, just the Barbarian power. And as I said, it's mainly great on defense, to kill troops, to rage this type, to not to rage, to angry the Barbarians up, and then get like more damage, like faster movement, and then get like also maybe the Barbarians on offense. But this is like a new card, how they will look. I would say we're just gonna directly jump into one more game and kind of take a deeper look there, because I think just it's like really interesting for you guys. So the few important things you kind of need to know about this card: each hit deal makes them more angry. You need to cycle one of the Barbarians. The Angel can stack, so this is really important. And every time they hit the tube, the movement and also the hit speed will increase. These are just like the 4 stuff, or like the 4 things you need to know. More is fine to know, it's great to know, but these are the key facts you need to know about the card evolution Barbarians. So if like a friend of yours is asking, how is this card working? You want to show them a video, but also these are kind of the main few keynotes you want to do. And as I said, this is like kind of, for me personally, really interesting to see how the meta is evolving, how much strategy gets added to the game, because I think personally it's great. And if people start using the Barbarians just like in a really dumb way early, to cycle back to the, or like cycle to the evolution barbs to get most of the value out of them. This is the question I'm asking myself, and this will be really interesting to see. So let me know in the comment section what you guys think about that. Do you think this will be absolutely broken? You guys think this is a really great idea? And also some stuff about the update. What do you guys think so far? I personally think this is one of the most exciting updates in the entire game. I personally love Supercell for making that possible, or like viable for every single player. Of course, you still need to unlock them, as I said, with all of the new magic item, the wild shard, and also of course the evolution shards. But I just think this is personally really great, and I absolutely love to see that. So let's just get like some more gameplay here on the map, and this is like kind of what I was going to show, right? Look, so like they're just battling each other. It's also great, of course, that they change like kind of color. Yours one will be blue like the other normal cards, and their ones will be red. So this is kind of how card evolutions work in Clash Royale, kind of explaining all of the stuff, how to unlock them, and also the first card evolution, the Barbarians. This is the gameplay you want to see. Make sure to check out this video with your friends, or like share this video with your friends, and also subscribe to the channel, because tomorrow there will be another sneak peek about the new card, which will be also coming in this Clash Royale Evolution update. So stay tuned for that. I'm out, and I'm really interested to see your comments about this update.